travelers, welcome back to my wondrous airport where we need to maximize our efficiencies. I am Airport Manager Rever, and I am on a mission today to increase our number of flights even further. And in order to do that, I think what we really need to do, or what I'd like to do, and we have enough money to come in here to upgrades, and I want to put some runway lights on this airport, or this runway, right? So, yeah. Is it not letting me do it? Or is it now under construction? Temporarily inactive weather. I'm not worried about that. Upgrade. Yeah. Oh, why can't I? Oh, I have to place them. Right. Invalid placement. Do we hit to R? Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's come down here. You know what, let's do this. No, I can't. Can I not place it because our runway is off the map? Can I go R? It won't let me place it because it's off the map. That's a real issue, isn't it? Yeah, that's a real bummer. Okay, well, we're not going to be able to get night flights in on the big planes. All right, and it's just, to me, that's, a bit bogus, right? If I could, yeah, well, I guess it makes sense if the lights need to stick off the end of the runway. We don't own that, but we couldn't have really gotten it in anyway, right? And then I'm wondering if the fact that do we need to change this taxiway there? Yeah, we might need to change that taxiway too. But in any event, we can't do that. And let's see, does this come up here to planning and get rid of? No. Okay, I don't know why that was red, but all right, so we can't upgrade that runway, which is good to know, right? So now we can focus in on our schedule. I'm just not worried about that, and just see what we have for like afternoon flights. Now we have a whole nother runway, or morning flights too, of course. So let's take a look and see if we can't get some big planes in. You know, what do we have here? AM 767, which is, yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, let's accept that one, right? So we could get another plane in on the AM. For now, we'll just throw it down there. We still got time in the day to work this out. So this is another big flight. Now, do we try to get like one more big flight in? Let's do a little bit more scheduling to see how we can rearrange things. You know, because our problem isn't the gates. We've got plenty of gates. We don't have enough other. So what I'm thinking of is, yeah, how can we extend this out? Well, we could take like this guy after that guy's gone, right? And put him on this runway. Because we should have cleared this guy out. Maybe we move this guy a little bit further down this way. And this is a reasonably, now this isn't a big flight, so we can, let's just stagger this guy a little bit, right? I think we could handle that, and that leaves some time in between those two. And then this and this, yeah, they're pretty big, and then this one is pretty big. So we definitely want to try to, we'll leave a little extra time, right? So we have this and this. Yeah, let's just see. We can make this guy, yeah, we can make this guy kind of later. And this guy like right in the middle of those two. We're not really utilizing the runways perfectly, or the taxiways, but that leaves, yeah, you know what, I think we're going to take this guy and put him here. That way the gates aren't an issue. Right, so we're going to be busy in the morning, but then like we've got a big gap between all of the gates. Like they're not, you know, if one plane's late getting out, it's not going to bump the next one. And then we can do something like take this guy down here. Now we really couldn't handle, so we got WestJet 50. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we just stick that WestJet down here after, because this is like a bigger flight. Now the other thing you can do is come here and extend the time of the big flight, right? So we can give them a little more time to get in and out. Right? Yeah, we don't want that too close. And we can extend this guy back this way just to leave some extra room. And then, yeah, this guy's, well, we can take him back a little bit just to let all these people get in. And then this is a small flight, and so is this one. So let's bump these up a bit. And I think the rest are kind of somewhat big. This is the big one, so we don't want to be too close to that. And let's try this, because this is normal size. Now, you guys are all afternoon flights, boy, we got them jammed up here. Yeah, let's take this one a little closer. And then we'll take, yeah, that one's probably okay there. But there's a lot coming in. Well, that's small. That's kind of small. Those two kind of count as one. Right? And then this one is smallish. And then this is sort of the bigger evening one. Yeah, I don't want to be around that one too much. I want to leave some extra room. So I'm thinking what we do... Now, this one's even smaller, isn't it? Let's take this little guy. And that's 150. I think we're going to be jammed up in the afternoon, but then we can take a look at our night flights. Just sort of push them back a little bit, or just at least that one. I think we got plenty of room. We can't get the big planes in the day. I'm not really liking this. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we try to get, because this is like a normal. Do we try to get that little arrow time? This one. Yeah, let's try to get this guy in. We don't want it right there because that's going to be too close to this one. What I'm thinking of is, let's get this, squeeze this WestJet in. Let's take another one of the smaller flights back here. All right, and then we'll do another smaller flight. We'll do another bigger flight on that bigger, medium, you know. Yeah, we don't want those two at the same time. And then this one is a normal size. Arrow time is how big? 90. Yeah, I don't want them in front of this. All right, so we kind of need to, maybe we bunch this up a little bit. No matter what I do, we just try to jam a lot in, which is great, right? That's how we're going to make money in this game. Yeah, that's a lot of planes coming in at the same time. Maybe we try to get this guy in ahead of time. We're at the same time as this one. Move this one back a little bit because that's the big one, right? So we'll kind of have a 2-hour window. And this one's only 90, so we'll keep this one kind of close to that one. And this one's 90. Yeah, let's move this one back. Yeah, because these two are normal. And then we got a 90 and a 90, right? So let's see how we handle this. And this will be the big one. We should have, I hope, enough time to clear out any mess up. We don't have the planes on the gates. You know, we got good spacing with the planes on the gates. We can even bring this guy in on this one. All right. Bring him in at the last minute. Okay, well, there we go. So we now have a schedule for tomorrow, which is really what I wanted to do with you guys. I hope that was easy enough to follow, but we've certainly, I think, are going to be maxing out some things. We're going to be showing some weaknesses before the end of tomorrow. So what else do we want to do here? We don't have that much money to really get into too much construction at this point, right? Now, one other question I had that I thought of, yeah, see, repay 25,000. Do we start repaying this, or do we just keep going with improvements? I think it's going to depend on how we do today, right? The more of that we can repay, the better. Now, do we need any particular improvement that we can make without a big addition? You know, I mean, it's going to cost us a lot to get down in here to get that baggage claim going. We can just build like the bit here, but we'll still have to connect it with a corridor. What would that cost us? It's just it's $500 a pop. So if we just come to the planning tool, it'd be nice if there was just like a measuring tool. Let's do the R-ing so I don't actually do anything, right? Like if we were to build like that much of it, right? Let's just call it, that would be 300 blocks there, right? So then 300 times 500 would be 150,000. All right, and then we would need a little bit more to come down here. So we're going to need like 200 grand at least to get a new baggage claim area. And then plus each of the roads cost what? You know, 4,000. So if we were to, you know, start doing our road thing over here, we can start planning that a little bit better, right? Let's go get, because we kind of got, I got distracted, not no we about it. All right, let's see where, let's just do this so we get it in the right spot. Yeah, so if we, let's go up a little bit, like here, right where our maintenance area is right now. Planning. All right, and then this was off. Yeah, so, but I think we'd bring it in a little bit like this, maybe. Let's clear this, and we're going to clear all of this. All right, so this would be where the drop-offs would happen, and they would, or the pickups, I mean, and they would get into this door, and then we would have our drop-offs. And do we push? We have this room up here, and I don't think we're ever going to realistically get another runway in there. Thank you for auto-saving. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I mean, I think we could make this like offices and whatnot up this way. Then we were talking about like baggage claim coming off of this line here. All right, let's do white. Because why not? All right, so if we extended our baggage claim and ticketing, you know, not baggage claim, I got that in my head. You know, we get our ticketing area up this way. We get our security area, you know, feeding in down this way. We leave these as these small gates for like the foreseeable future. And then we start talking about improvements, you know, outside of the airport itself. But, you know, the problem I think we're going to have in the next day is going to be the security here. Yeah, you know what I think I'm going to do before it's midnight. Let's come back in here, and I think what I'm just going to do is, so the daily interest is going to be 25,000. So I don't want to go into the red, but this should be okay. All right, so I think I'm just going to keep paying this loan off a little bit, so it costs us less money, because that's a good chunk of our profit every day. And if we can get that paid off, the problem is, do we wait days and days to get that paid off? So maybe what we do, just to give everybody a feel for it, let's go through this day and see what problems that we have and how things flow. Like, we're only at 11:30 right now, and this will be the last flight of this day, and we're doing fine. But I want to see how tomorrow goes, because I think that will help. You know, like, we had problems yesterday, but we didn't have the 2 queues, and we didn't have the things, and we didn't really spread out the planes. I just kind of threw that one at the gate. So I just want to sit here and watch, like, what happens more tomorrow. So let me pause it, and we'll fast forward to when they start coming in. Pause the recording for a second. I'll have a sip of coffee, and then I'll take us to like 6 a.m. or something. See you in a minute. We've had our first fairly big influx of people, and that has me thinking that one thing we should do is, we don't have any money. I didn't want to go into the negative, but I did anyway. Yeah, so I think throughout this day, one of the things we're going to do is get those other gate ticketing people in, right? Probably even, well, the ticketing kiosks don't seem to have a line yet. Let's just see what happens here. Here, we're going to speed it up a bit. You know, I like to watch things in slow mode, but I noticed, yeah, for YouTube's sake, just to keep things moving, we can always slow it down and speed it up, right? So are we, you know, like, if we can get a bus worth through ticketing, like, you know, that's good, right? So we're getting our first planes in. The first plane of the day is going to be, I think, 7 o'clock, the first big one. All right, let's go take a look at let's slow it down again. Let's see how we're doing. We're doing fine. Let's see, when is this plane? Yeah, so 7. Now, I don't know how many people are going to be on it, but because that does matter too. It doesn't have to be 250, but so 7:10 is when it's supposed to arrive. So let's go back to fast again. Yeah, I mean, security's getting a little slow, but we're handling it, right? You know, it's not bad to have lines. That means you're efficiently using all your employees. How's our seating doing? And then we should have people up here. Seating up here is good so far. All right, so the big plane should be getting in. Yep, there it is. So we should see a whole bunch of people coming out. Yeah, see how we're starting to get a little bit of a traffic jam when those people are coming out. Which is okay. It's not nothing too bad at this point. Nothing that's going to cause us a problem. Ticketing's a little slow, but let's get some money. As soon as we have a few bucks, what do those cost? Ticketing desk. So only 1,200, so we should be pretty good with that. But yeah, so now let's see, is this guy getting... Yeah, 97 out of 102. Now, we got to keep that in mind. We only had 102 here. So, yeah, that's not, you know, that really didn't stress us out in a sense. That wasn't the best test. So when is our next big plane? Our next big plane, is that this one? Yeah, it's not until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we'll see if a few more. But other than that, I'm happy with this. We could let this go for a couple days and build our money back up if we, like I said, and ticketing's really not a problem. We might even be better off just holding off if this goes well. But I think we would have backed up if we had 250. So I really don't mind the idea. And we definitely could use more seating. We might even just want to you know, people are happy enough. I mean, you don't have to have everybody 100% happy here. Yeah, ticketing could be better. Okay, good. Look, we got a few bucks. I think we'll get these ticketing desks in. Right. Let's... All right, now we probably should think about another queue system here too. Maybe we'll change that at night. Right, we'll get the ticketing agents in, we'll get them assigned. You know, shouldn't take too long for the maintenance guys to get. Yeah, there you go. Right, let's slow down time a little bit so we can. And let's purchase 2 of these people. All right, and then let's assign to this. Well, you know what? We can just pause it. There's nobody in line now. All right, so let's... we kind of got this crap in the way. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do that at nighttime. But maybe we can... Let's do something special. Yeah, let's get a queue in. All right, we can make the head of the queue like right here. Because these don't cost us anything, right? Ah, that's going to mess up our... no, let's go like... Right, it's kind of messing up our vending machine. And our trash can. This will just be temporary. We'll dismantle those 2 things. Hopefully we'll do okay. And then let's assign to this one. Assign to this one. Right? Alright, so let's play time again. So that should get us that. We can reinstall these someplace else. Maybe just like right out here. Not ideal. We'll redo this when we get, you know, past the day, so to speak. I think we already have a trash can in the thing, so comfort. You know what? Trash cans are in both. Yeah, so we'll just put our trash can over here, and we'll put that food vending. Hopefully we don't... Well, I don't care if we buy another one. Retail... Or that was drinks, wasn't it? Yeah, drink vending. All right, in anticipation, I guess we only have like 4,000 bucks, so let's hold off. But that'll at least get us a second queue when these other people get in here. Hopefully they get in before too many passengers come. So let's speed it up. There we go. Yep, we got that going. Yeah, a little awkward here, but we'll, like I said, we'll straighten that out at nighttime. But that should at least get them going. Now, so if we're going to have a problem here at 2 o'clock, it's probably going to be with our security zone there. So let's see what happens here. Let's zoom in so you guys have a chance of seeing it anyway. Yeah, so certainly not hurting to have two there. Now, did we get our big plane in? Yeah, or is that... Oh, that's the smaller one. So it's 2 o'clock that he arrives, so we'll see what happens with that. Right, yeah, all those people are... Well, they all piled into that one queue for some reason. But it's going pretty well, right? Because they should be starting to arrive. Yeah, security's going to be a problem. I'm thinking that they're getting through ticketing okay. They're really getting through everything okay. We're holding our own, which is really encouraging. Because if I can run it for a few days, you know, and make some decent money, I think I might just do that and just get some of that loan paid down and then come back, you know, when we've got a problem or, oh, geez, game save. Yeah, it's really not bad. Now, the question is, though, yeah, because that other plane should be here in a minute. Yeah, ticketing's getting a little backed up, but You know, as long as it doesn't cause us a delay to the plane. Let's see when he comes in. Yeah, 16 knot crosswind. Let's see, what is he? This one? Afternoon. Thought he was supposed to get here at 2. Is he being delayed? And can I tell through this screen? Yeah, he was supposed to get here at 14, but I'm wondering if the crosswind isn't... Like, why don't we have that plane here now? Is there another place to find the spark jet? Departed. Oh, there he comes. Okay, I don't know if that was my fault that he was late, but there we go. So we should see a boatload of people coming down the steps. Now, how are we doing upstairs? Yeah, you know, let's see. How's he doing? He's kind of blocking our view. How's our... Yeah, our queue is... We're getting them all in, right? Let's slow it down a little bit. Watch it in... All right, we get right away. Now, he only has 137. 18 minutes to his scheduled departure, which he was kind of late getting here for some reason. I don't know if that was my fault. Let's... Departure, arrival, actual arrival. Yeah, I don't know why, other than the wind, which I don't think the runway lights would have helped. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're going to get pretty much everybody in. So let's go back downstairs. And yeah, things went extremely well so far today. We got 31,000. Now, 37,000 is about what I had. And then we still went like 14 into the negative. So if I start paying back this loan, I think I'm going to do it with anything like over, say, 50,000. Now, each time I pay it back, it'll be a little bit less. And I think this is just, yeah, you know, our pickup area is kind of maybe a bit of an issue. Let's extend that a bit. You know what? We can extend it up this way. All right, how are we doing there? What do you? Oh, you're just mugging the guy trying to drop off the luggage. Yeah, well, we need to get that improved too. So, and one thing we probably could do is start building this fence. There's just a lot of things, and that's where I'm wondering if it's just not better to, you know, do we get the loan paid off? We can always take out another one, but I don't. You know, loans are there to make money. If you don't make money on the loan, then you need to come up with another plan. So like to build a big baggage area with the loan money, you know, you're not going to really see any more income coming in. We could jam things up a little bit tighter, but we got to improve security. We got to improve ticketing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's day 9 right now, and I think I'm just going to enjoy the game a little bit. I'll come back, you know, in a little while. We're already well into this episode of testing to see how things go. And so I'll come back when we're maybe prepared to do some other construction, right? And so for those of you who love to watch this and people moving around, you just have to hold your horses and pretend that everything's going to go just like today did. So I'll let you know how things go, and we'll see if these planes start getting more people in. Now, why are you still sitting there? Because we didn't load the baggage yet, and you're 32 minutes late. Well, you got here late. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, that's not the end of the world. I don't think that helps our score with these guys. All right. Well, let me play forward and get that loan paid off. And if I do anything exciting at all, I will be right back. Guys, a lot of the time I was just sitting there thinking, when we had the big planes, we definitely got a rush. But I think we could get some more planes in. So I came back. It's still day 9. And let me just pause it for the sake of, being able to focus on this and not going over time so we can get this scheduled before tomorrow, right? But I think we could definitely get some more PM flights in without a doubt. And I think the daytime was pretty well busy most of the time. So I don't think I would mess with that, but I don't see why we couldn't get in some regular size, like at least another regular size. We got a lot of gates kind of sitting there empty. What do we have? A large 707. Well, we can't bring the large ones in at night, right? So it's going to have to be a small gate plane because we can't put those lights on there. An A320 is a nice size plane for the PM. Yeah, I think we're going to go for that. Let's grab this guy and, all right, if we put this one, say right there, we can move this WestJet up. Because that one's, how big is WestJet? Yeah, it's only 50. Aerostore is 140. We can, we can put this guy here. This guy's only 50. What is this one? 150, and this guy is 140. Yeah, let's spread this guy out a little bit. Yeah, I think we could probably get away with something like that. Maybe we move this guy up. That's pretty good. I mean, this will get a little bit busy, but that's fine. This is not an overly big plane here. Right? And then that way it's one more plane. I know it doesn't seem like that much, but, really try to maximize. We probably could even take some smaller PM flights if we had them. Yeah, CR Jet. What is this one? Is it this guy? No, this one. That one? No. CRJ 900. There it is. Yeah, Bombardier. That's what I thought it was. You know what? Let's just go for the gusto. Let's just get this airport hopping. You know what I mean? Like, uh-oh. Why are you? Okay, well, we're going to schedule it. You were a little bit rammy there, I think. All right, so this guy's only 75, so that's kind of good. Right, let's put them kind of close to this one, which is only 50. And then we have room on this one. Now this is our big one. Yeah, let's move this up a little bit. And then let's try to shove another smaller afternoon one in. Right? Because some of it's just the airport use. I mean, big planes make us... What happened there? I hope I didn't accept something. What is this? Embraer? Yeah, 90. AM. Let's take another one of these 75s for the afternoon. All right, and we're going to put that in right here. Let's move this. All right, and then in the morning. Yeah, I think we're a little light right in this general area. These are bigger planes, but this guy's... I think we can handle like more bigger and smaller. We'll stick with this airline. Right, and this was how many? 90? All right. Let's come here. How big's this one? 140, so that's, and he's not backed up all the way, but then we got these planes coming in. Yeah, I think we handled the early morning pretty well. Let's move this guy forward. All right, and then this one's the one that we just got was 90, so we'll kind of jam that one up against this one. Let's see what happens. But we just got 3 more flights in. Communications, yeah, we need to worry about scores and stuff, but let me go ahead and pause it again. We'll get through this day, and I'll come back And then what we'll do is we'll spend the rest of the episode just watching what happens tomorrow and see if we just caused a lot of problems or not. Right, so I'll see you. Let's just get through. Like, nothing else is going to happen until 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. or whatever it is. All right, so I'll see you then. It's 5 a.m. and things are starting to pick up a little bit. I don't expect anything to be too dramatic. Hopefully not dramatic at all. I forgot to redo our ticketing area, which we'll have to do. But it seems to be working. They are, for some reason, going more heavily to the one queue than the other. But we'll worry about that, you know, in some future episode probably. I just want to see how things flow throughout an entire day. You know, get an idea of if the planes are showing up and leaving on time. And I guess we can almost leave this open, maybe down at the bottom, just to see. Right, like we could kind of, you guys can see that, I hope. If not, sorry. I do have the font. I think that's just at the normal size, because if you make it bigger, it just doesn't really help all that much. But there we go. So this guy left on time. First plane of the day, right? And we want to see some lines. I want this to be, you know, hopefully a bit maxed out, you know, without going too far, because the more we make, the more we make. If you notice, we were a little bit in the red, which I don't like, because you can't buy anything, right? Not unless you take out another loan. So now this guy's at the gate, and this is our big one. So good, we're getting some people in there, but they only had 100, so that's a little disappointing, you know, at that point. Hopefully the weather stays with us and we don't have any other great catastrophes throughout the day. Again, steady line at the security, if you guys see there. All right, so that's definitely something. I really am thinking that security is, well, security and ticketing. I mean, if we ramp up too much more, we're going to have problems at both. But I think security first, which probably wouldn't be that hard in sort of moving. You know, if we move this down, I think that would be maybe the next plan, is to move this down to here, the baggage claim. You know, get the road over here, get this corridor going down this way, and then we can just, with a little bit of an addition, we could flush out a little bit more security, like put another set of equipment like right here. Right, so good. So we're so far so good. We're departing. We departed that bigger plane right on time. Right, we're bringing in the bucks so far. Now, what did we make bucks wise? Let's just see profit and loss yesterday. Let's go back the last couple days. So, well, see, I'm paying back that money. Yeah, which is sort of, you know, it's going to be like one of those, you know, this isn't the most informative kind of thing. You know, there was minus 27,000. But again, I think if we're paying back the loan, that's a little deceptive. Let's scroll this down. So far, everybody's buzzing in and out, and we don't even have a line right now. So that's another thing to do, is look at the time of day. At 10 o'clock, you know, we barely had a line there for a minute. So we could possibly squeeze another plane in around 10 o'clock. And this is why I was thinking we could get more planes in throughout the day, is because we're not, you know, we're busy, but we're not really that busy. And I've seen other people when I watched videos in the past and whatnot, and I've seen, like, I've read a little bit of things on Steam, like, I can't make money. You make money by getting planes in and out. You know, like, if people aren't happy, to heck with them, right? Like, you know, if they got to stand around to wait to get in a plane, fine. If you know, like, increase your planes to the maximum, I think is a good idea. And then you can worry about when the money's coming in from all those planes, making all the improvements. And I think that is true just of any business that you have. Like, I mean, obviously you got to keep people somewhat happy, but look, we're 91% happy. You know, security's going pretty well. I mean, like I said, at 10 o'clock there, I think we could get another plane in. Maybe we'll even do that right now while we're waiting, right? Can we get another little AM plane in? What do you guys have? 707's big. Embraer. It's PM. All right. What do you have? Yeah, there's a beach, which is small. That's only 19. Let's go for more than 19, right? 707. AM 767's big. AM -8. Yeah, let's get the -8. All right. Oh, yep. And then, so that -8, we're going to try to squeeze in around 10 o'clock. Can we squeeze you in? Oh, that's going to be tight. But we can move this guy like that, right? All right, so let's not spend too much time because I want to see if we have some more lulls. And I'll do this. I might do a little bit of this in between the episodes. Yeah, so we got little food lines there, but nothing too bad. The restrooms don't seem to be too packed. And we get another plane in, right? So let's roll down here. Left on time. Yeah, everybody's coming and going. And yeah, again, unfortunately, our 767, we're not getting every passenger in super quick, but we're not late yet either, right? So, yeah, there goes security's getting a little bit backed up now. But again, I'm okay with this big of a line. It's almost what I would like to see all day long, like perfectly like this amount. And we'll see if we have any more lulls in the whole thing. Because the other thing we haven't really gotten into is shortening and lengthening the flight times here, right? So, like, in other words, when we have this is a 737, but when we squeezed in this guy, there's no reason we can't potentially shorten up and lengthen these. Like, they all don't need the same length thing. But we'll get into that in some other episode. Yeah, see, ticketing's starting to get a bit backed up. That's all right, right? We don't mind a line. That means it's like when you go to the supermarket. If there's not a line, they like take away people to send them off to stock shelves or whatever. So it's like they want 2 people standing in line. They don't want 20 people standing in a line, or a queue if you're British. Yeah, so security's definitely starting to get backed up at this point. Now, how are we doing? How did we do on our big plane there? Yeah, he went out early. Again, if you're getting them all on board, like, all the passengers got on board so far today, and though we are starting to get to the point where it's very busy. That's good. It's good. I'm happy. A little nervous about the security line right this minute. If you take a closer look, again, for those of you maybe on your iPad or iPhone or something, or Samsung phone, whatever. Yeah, maybe we can come up here. Yeah, ticketing's busy. Yeah, the big 6, this guy's supposed to depart. Yeah, well, that guy got loaded. Let's scroll up a little bit more. All right, we got 70 grand. So that's how much we've made this day, because we were at like -2 when we started out. This guy, okay, yeah, this guy departed on time, early, really. And that's what I mean, like these smaller, like that's one of those Embraers. They don't necessarily need, 2 hours that we gave them, right? They got in and out within like an hour's time, and that can help get more planes in and out. Though if you start jamming it up too much, you can certainly run into issues. And again, at some point, I just want to let and pay off some debt. And I think when I paid off the debt, we had about 70,000 almost, and I took it down to like below that, because we have income tax is 27,000 if you look there, and property tax, so we got like 37 plus the loan. Now the staff expenses come out throughout the day, I think. So there's like there's 37 plus whatever we owe for the loan each day, which is like 23,000. All right, but that plane got out on time, no problem. We're loading up this next one well ahead of schedule. This one goes out at 21, and it's even though we had that quote jam up in a sense, or that line in security, we still look. They're green. There's 2 more people to get on there, but we're well ahead of their 2100 leaving time. It's only 8 o'clock, 20 hours, 2000 hours. There we go. We got this guy out lickety split. This A320, nice. Yeah, we only have 4 more planes for the day, so that's definitely a schedule I could live with. And then the next thing to do, I know we're going to get a little bit more money, would be to come in here and maybe knock another 50 grand off of that, cutting our interest down a little further before the end of the day. We got 37,000, plus we'll have about that much in expenses. So hopefully we make another 22. I don't think we will on these last planes, so I'll probably go into the negative by tomorrow morning. But I think we haven't maxed it out. I think we could fiddle a little bit more with it, but I'm kind of content. And I think what I'm going to do in between the episodes is just save up some more things to do and come back in a few days in the game, and but we got all of the passengers in, and I'm sure that other plane we added, we could won't cause too many issues. But I think we're going to end up making some pretty decent money. Right, it's plus 39, and that's having paid off 50,000. So now it's going to go back minus when we get hit for the interest and all that other stuff, and we're not even quite at the end of the day. Oops, let me open this back up. All right, but we might as well wait till the very end here. Yeah, so we've definitely increased the flow, and there's definitely a lot of improvements to be made, but we're making some fairly good money. And if we're just patient, get the loan paid off, that'll be like, in a sense, an extra 20 grand a day, and then we can really come back and start making this a proper airport. Though at this rate, it's going to take us quite a few days to get that all paid off. So let's see what happens, and I will come back when I either get bored with sitting here watching it or we've got the loan paid off. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode, and I will talk to you at some point in the near future, I hope. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.